All right. Hello. This is a live stream of FLB Baseball. We're about to start off the All-Star Game between managers Leo and Lucas. I'm Henry McDonald. I'll be hosting this pregame show of the FLB All-Star Game. And so yes, everything's good, I think. So let me just ask you guys, type something in the chat if you can hear me and there's no tech problems whatsoever. Just say anything you want. All right, thanks, Chris. I think we are ready. So yeah, this is the FLB All-Star Game. This is the 4th annual FLB season. And very excited to play this All-Star Game. All right, so recently in this season, we've gotten the first trade. Sorry, I'm thinking about the live chat. We got the first trade of the FLB season. It was Leo giving up Ronald Acuna Jr. and JD Martinez for Chris Sale from Lucas. Lucas has a very nice pitching rotation. This makes it a little bit worse, but he will live with it. Leo trying to get Mike Trout. He's trying to trade Ichiro Suzuki and Felix Hernandez for Mike Trout, but me, who owns Mike Trout, would not budge. All right, so now we're going to interview both players of the team. First, we're going to interview Leo. Hi, Leo.
Hey, Henry.
Hey. So, how do you feel about your first FLB All-Star Game? This is obviously the first time you've made it here to the FLB All-Star Game. What's your expectations and excitements?
Well, it's really good to be playing in an All-Star Game. I've always been the worst team. I've always been awful. So it's really good to have a season where I'm winning and a season where I'm able to make an All-Star Game like this. And I hope I win. I expect to win. I think I have the better team. But it's just going to be a really great experience as it's going to be the first time for me.
Yeah, well, congratulations on that, although it's bittersweet for me because
I'm winning at your expense.
Yeah. All right, this season you are tied for the first seed in the entire FLB. After being historically the worst regular season manager, no offense, what excitement does this accolade bring, and what are you looking and expecting in the second half? What are your expectations for this season? Because you're definitely
as I said, it's really great to finally be winning. I mean, I'm so terrible. I won one FLB series, but I've never really been that good. So it's really great to actually be winning, to actually be a front runner contendant. So I'm just really glad that I have the opportunity to actually make a run deep in the playoffs and actually come out with a regular season record over 500, which is going to be a first for me.
Yeah.
Almost did it last year, but not quite.
What are you looking
at? And for the second half, I think I'm going to continue to win. I don't know if I'm going to win at this rate, but I definitely think I'll finish over 500, and I think I've got a good shot at going for my second title.
All right. And who's your pick to win this FLB All-Star Game? Why? And who do you think will step it up for you?
So I think I'm going to win just because of the pitching. I've got Noah Syndergaard and Max Scherzer, the 2 leading Cy Young candidates. Yeah, they're crazy. They both have the exact same ERA and the exact same whip.
Yeah.
So pretty much neck and neck, as close as you can get.
I'm for sure, sir. He's on my team.
Yeah. So I think, but I've got both of those guys, so that's going to be a big part. My lineup is pretty weak, definitely a lot weaker than Lucas's, but I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal because I feel like all the players are just so good. I feel like it's best. It's like best and then bestest. So
all in good fun.
Yeah, but then for the pitching, I feel like Lucas's pitching rotation starts strong with DeGrom, but after that it kind of falls out. So
also got Kershaw.
Yeah, but still, I feel like I'm gonna have the upper hand in the pitching game.
Yeah. Yeah, what Leo said was definitely true. This FLB All-Star Game is bestest. It's FLB, if you're a starter in FLB, you have to be really, really good. Because instead of 30 teams, there's 3 teams, not 33, right? And so you really want to be good. And then to make the All-Star Game even harder, you really have to be a top-notch player. So
although a lot of bad players make it, because 50 players make it.
50 players make the All-Star Game. Got a lot in many rounds. All right, thank you so much, Leo, for your time. Good luck, And now we're going to call over Lucas for his
No
interview.
problem. Thanks.
Hey.
Hi, Lucas.
Hi.
All right, so again, you're in the first seed.
Yes.
It's happened a lot.
Yeah, it is.
It kind of seems easy for you.
It is.
But
it's not
winning in the postseason, not really the same thing.
Yeah, it's true.
You're the only manager to never win a title. But definitely for the postseason, at least my theory is you want to have a good starting rotation. And even with the loss of Sale, you still have a really, really solid starting rotation. Are you thinking that this could be the year where you finally continue your success even in the postseason?
Yeah, I do, because I just made that trade for Leo for JD and Acuna, which really boosted my lineup from what I had. It boosted my defense, so I think I can, in the postseason, my pitching can hopefully hold together, and then my offense can blow up, and I can win World Series this year.
Yep, top for the first seed is Lucas. All right, now talking about that trade, now you have two great hitters in Acuna and JD. So obviously you made this trade. What do you feel like there are upsides and downsides of losing Sale?
Well, if I lost Sale, but at least I still have Verlander to fill in his spot in my rotation, so that still makes like a great rotation.
Yeah, I mean, you have the best rotation in the league and might still be that way, so definitely.
Yeah, and it's still like Kershaw, DeGrom, but then I really boost my offense with that, and that like really helped me. I also did trade away Springer and Puig to you, but I feel like those players weren't going to make my 25 man anyway. Nice. Yeah, so I needed him back for Nick Anderson. So I think my team is like the loss of Sale kind of evens out with the fact that I got like Ryan Presley, JD, and Acuna.
Yeah. Okay, and then again, who do you think is going to win this All-Star game?
I think I am because I've got like pitching with Sale. Well, do I have Sale? I think I might have Sale. But I've got DeGrom, Kershaw. My pitching is really good.
Drafting a little bit chalk.
Well, a little bit, not too much.
All right.
But then my like offense is like Nolan, Arenado. I've got Trey Turner.
Pujols and Ortiz.
Yeah, I've got those two. I've got Altuve, and then my outfield is Bellinger, Trout, and Benintendi. So.
All right, and then finally, so a lot of things are going around for Mike Trout. Probably the reason why Leo was willing to sacrifice Acuna and JD was to try to trade Sale for Mike Trout. Now, obviously,
actually, I think he was trying to trade Felix.
Yes, Felix. But obviously, a lot of trades are going around, and me being the owner of Trout, haven't really went with any of them. Felix and Shiro I was going to go with, but I decided I was asking a little bit too little. Lucas, do you want to try to trade for Mike Trout? Like, is that something you're interested in?
It's someone who I'm interested in getting, but it's not like the biggest.
It's not as urgent as Leo.
Yeah, it's not.
So you're probably going to let him go at it more.
Yeah, I'm probably going to give him more deals, but I'm going to still like give you like minor deals every once in a while.
Okay.
Try to hold him off till the trade deadline, and then.
Yeah, trade deadline's definitely coming up. I think that's the 12th game of the season. We're at the halfway point. Thank you so much, Lucas, for your interview. All right. So, throughout this season, we've had the good and the bad, but definitely there's been some amazing moments. The season highlights, I've got listed down here a few of them. Here's one of them, Ichiro Suzuki's walk-off triple against Koji Uehara. That was for Leo to beat me in a game. He won, I think, 2-1 after I scored in the 5th to tie it up. He came back, and Koji Uehara, who's been a pretty unreliable closer with 2 blown saves for me, blew a second one. That was annoying for me, but definitely Ichiro came up in the clutch with an RBI triple to win that game. That's the only walk-off of the season, I'm pretty sure. And then 2 very impressive pitching performances have been held. Clayton Kershaw had a 1-hit shutout, which ties the FLB record for the least hits led in a game, and Max Scherzer had a 2-hit shutout. That was for me. All right, Mookie Betts, an opening day for Leo. He went off with a 2-home-run night, 3 for 3 with 2 home runs and a double. He just kind of blew up, and he's been a dark horse, or maybe not dark horse, MVP candidate throughout this entire season. And then, so me and Leo, again, a lot of highlights from us two. Another game that Koji Uehara blew. Leo won 8-6 in the 6th. And that game went, Leo scores 3 pretty late. I scored 3 in the next inning. Leo scored 3 pretty late. I scored 3 in the next inning. And then Leo took 2, and I couldn't answer that in the bottom of the 6th. So he came out with the win. All right, so this is the FLB All-Star Game. Get ready just to kind of close things out. I'm going to talk about each team's lineup and who they have. So for Lucas, he's got a strong pitching rotation with Jacob deGrom and Clayton Kershaw, along with Craig Kimbrell and Chris Sale. His hitting includes 2 sluggers who are kind of veterans of this game, Albert Pujols and David Ortiz, along with Trey Turner leading off. For Leo, he's got a nice pitching staff with both of the 2 leading Cy Young candidates in Noah Syndergaard and Max Scherzer, who's talking about how they have both almost identical stats in every way. That's pretty cool. He's also got Felix Hernandez, Aroldis Chapman, Justin Verlander, and Josh Hader. Catching for him is Buster Posey. He's got a good outfield in Mookie Betts, Ichiro Suzuki, and Ronald Acuna Jr. All right, with that, I'll send you out after for this FLB pregame show. I'm going to be the moderator of the chat throughout this, so if you have to ask any questions, I will be the one to answer them throughout the chat, and I'll be also kind of moderating the game. Without further ado, get ready. This is the FLB All-Star Game.
May I take this? Wait, it's...
Sorry.
All right, welcome to the FLB All-Star Game. We've got Leo versus Lucas. Leo is at home, so Lucas is going to start things up at the plate. Noah Syndergaard opening it up. Yeah.
So my team, I'm the visiting team, and my lineup is Turner, Altuve, Arenado, and that's shortstop, second base, and third base. Trout in center field, Bellinger in right field, and Benintendi in left field. Ortiz is the DH. Pujols is first base, and Real Muto is my catcher.
All right.
And my starting pitcher is Jacob deGrom.
All right, for the home FLB All-Stars, we've got leading off the right fielder, Mookie Betts. Batting second, the second baseman, Robinson Cano. Batting third, the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. And batting cleanup, the left fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. In the 5th spot, the center fielder, Ichiro Suzuki. And 6th, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. 7th, the third baseman, Alex Bregman. And batting 8th, the first baseman, Joey Votto. Batting last is the catcher, Buster Posey. And pitching for the All-Stars, we've got Noah Syndergaard. All right, without further ado, let's get this game started.
Okay, so I'm the road team. Trey Turner is up leading off this game. What's his average?
I think it's 282.
Oh,
We'll check.
289 is his average, but I thought you meant for the season. Yeah, 289.
He's out.
That was a Turner.
Well, Turner is Syndergaard.
Syndergaard's 1-2, so that's a line.
Line out to the
shortstop. All right, well, things get started here as Trey Turner lines out to the shortstop in the first at-bat today. Noah Syndergaard retires the shortstop.
Here's Jose Altuve. He's got a 316 or 17 batting average. He's out. He will strike out.
Right,
for
Syndergaard records his first K, and he's on his way to a 1-2-3 inning.
Here's Nolan Arenado, the third baseman. He's got a hit. He will. That's a double. Yeah. So a 2-out double for Nolan Arenado. It is to deep left field. Right field. Deep right field. So Nolan Arenado with a 2-out double. Here is Trout.
Right, well, Noah Syndergaard, not great in his.
He's out. He will. Ground out.
All right. So Noah Syndergaard will finish it off as Alex Bregman throws one down to Joey Votto. 1 hit, 2 runs, and that could be it for Syndergaard. So this All-Star game, Leo has 12 pitchers on his 25-man roster. So a good start from Syndergaard. No runs, but a double from Nolan Arenado. We'll be back in a moment as Mookie Betts will lead stuff off for the FLB All-Stars.
All right, so now I'm just going to take a look at the chat. I can't see it from this view, so if anyone asked any questions, I'll respond to them. Yes, this is amazing, Annie. Why is Mike Trout on third? He wasn't on third. He was on second.
No, that's no one.
He misses catches so often. His name becomes a verb. So-and-so is trouted. Home from second base. All right. Thank you. What is baseball, Dad? I hope you already know that.
All right. Let's see. Mookie Betts is going to get things started for the All-Stars. He's going to be out as he strikes out. So DeGrom with the 1-2K will get an early strikeout. Mookie Betts can't handle his heat. Now Robinson Cano. Cano's got a hit.
Come on.
The second baseman is going to knock a double into deep center field. So Robinson Cano with a 1-out double. He's going to make it onto second base. And now young Carlos Stanton, the runner on second, and 1 down. 3. He's out. And he will line to the shortstop. So now Ronald Acuna Jr. with 2 down, and Jacob DeGrom looking good. To get out of this. And, Acuna will go down as well. So that's the inning as DeGrom will get another line out. This one to the third baseman. All right, 1 hit, no run, as almost identical to the last one. A double and nothing else, although Lucas's double came with 2 outs. 9 came with 1. We'll be back in a moment as we head to the second as the starting pitchers making good work.
Okay, now.
Wait, Henry.
Oh, yeah, chat.
Okay. Look at the chat again. And who are these children? This is Henry, Lucas, and Leo. Dad, stop. Not many other chats. Okay.
All right, pitching change. Now in for Noah Syndergaard to start the second inning, Max Scherzer.
Okay, so now Cody Bellinger is going to lead off for me in this inning. He's playing right field. He's going to be out. He will ground out.
Wait,
Right.
No, that's a fly out.
Oh, yeah, fly.
Fly
out.
to deep left.
Wait.
All right, Scherzer comes in and retires the first batter he faced.
Andrew Benintendi is now batting. He's hit 2 home runs this season. He's done a pretty good job.
He's out as well. Scherzer
Well,
continues to deal
Fly
damage with
out
another
again.
fly out to deep left this time. So, I think they're both to deep left. So, anyway, but Scherzer's letting balls go into the outfield, but keeping them in the park.
and David Ortiz is now out.
Ortiz,
He's... No!
is that a reroll?
No, that's a walk.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a walk. As Ortiz will be walked. From not someone known for his discipline, that he'll get onto first base as Scherzer issues the first bases on balls of the game.
For Albert Pujols.
And that'll be the end as Scherzer will let in another fly out. So people going deep. This one to shallow left. And that is the inning. No hits, no runs, but a walk allowed by Scherzer. We get to the bottom of the second, and this game has yet to see sparks. All right, we'll be back in a moment as Henry is now going to moderate the chat.
Alright, so I'm not going to moderate the chat every single half inning because there hasn't been a lot of chats. But if you ever have anything, who's Isaac? I don't know who Isaac is. Isaac, like my cousin. Sorry. Good thing he's watching. Okay, awesome.
Wait. Who's your second pitcher? Oh, yeah, in
Sure.
for me is Clayton Kershaw.
All right, Clayton Kershaw going to relieve Jacob DeGrom as Both starting pitchers just went 1 inning. That's what you see in the All-Star game. As it shows Suzuki to get the bottom of the second started for Leo. Leo hoping he can see a little more production from his bats, as the only hit so far has been from Robinson Cano.
Okay, you can do it. You can run.
Suzuki is out. He grounds to short. Scherzer looking good. His first batter. Now Francisco Lindor.
What did you do?
He grounded out to short. Lindor's out as well. He will fly out to center. And Alex Bregman trying to prevent the first 1-2-3 inning of the game will not. As Max Scherzer forces him to as Clayton Kershaw forces him to fly out to right. All right, well, that's the second inning. No hits, no runs is the first 1-2-3 of the game so far. Just nothing happening on the offensive end. So we'll be back in a moment for the third.
Okay. Henry, can you do it?
No, I'm just going to do it like every once in a while.
Okay.
Wait. All right, I'm pitching for Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander. So the third inning, we'll see a third pitcher. As although the pitching's been stellar in this game, still Leo yet to have a 1-2-3.
Okay, here is JT Real Muto to start off my 3. It's a walk.
3-10. Yeah, he's walked. Great. Rio Malto.
Leadoff
We'll
walk.
see first
Here comes
base.
Trey Turner. Ooh.
Out.
Yellow.
Ground out. No, wait, no. Verlander's only a 1K.
Oh, wait, then that's fly
Fly
out.
out to left.
Is
Right,
that
yeah, that's
Benson? That's
a
deep
fly
left.
out to deep left. Who's on first? Rio Malto, yeah. No, he's not first. Anyway, wait, yeah, that was the first out, so it doesn't matter.
And
Okay.
Jose Altuve, he's 0 for 1. He struck out in the first. And he's got a hit.
He's got a hit with the runner on first.
Basic standard. He will.
Single.
Okay, so
Single,
single 2.
Shot
Shallow
left
left
at
field,
one.
first and second.
First and second base. So Verlander not looking good now. Julio questioning to put him in his fourth pitcher in 3 innings. So hold off. There's one down.
You have to put him in the bullpen because it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Here is Nolan Arenado. He doubled his first time.
He's out. And that'll be the second, as Verlander looking good to get out of the corner. Just don't want
Well-
to tag out. Another fly out.
Fly out.
Can advance one into fly out to shallow center. All right, 2 outs now with 2 on. Verlander looking to escape this inning.
And
It's the most offensive production
Mike
we've seen yet.
Trout is up now. He's got
He's got a
a hit.
hit with first and second. Leo needs a single here.
Well, double.
Double, and that could score 2. Double
Shallow
2,
right.
shallow right. That'll just score 1.
And, oh no, yeah.
All right. Well, Lucas is on the board early, and Josh Hader is heading to the bullpen.
1-0. That's an RBI single. RBI double for Mike Trout. He goes to third. He scores.
And it's 1-0, just like that.
Okay, now Cody Bellinger's up. He flied out to left his first time up. He's out.
He's
That's
out.
the third out.
Struck out. So Verlander just collapses. 2 hits, 1 run. We'll be back in a moment for the bottom of the third, as this game has been broken open. It's 1-0. Number 1 All-Stars.
Okay, now pitching for me is. Let's put in John Lester.
All right. Leo's in a hole now. He has to get out of it. We'll be back in a moment as Henry checks what's going on in the chat.
All right, in the chat we've got would have been like if you could have streamed the Alex and Isaac show. Yes, it is funny, Dad. Inside joke, kind of. I guess I do y'all for getting me. Sorry about that, Isaac. I just heard the name and immediately said something. How good is John Lester? John Lester is decent.
He's pretty good.
All right.
All right. Next we've got Joey Votto to start things off in the bottom of the third. This game is moving fast.
Oh, come on. Is it good for your score sheet too?
He was going really
Anyway.
fast.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, so Joey Votto will step up to the plate here to start off the bottom of the third. 2. He's
Got a hit.
got a hit. Who's pitching for you now?
Lester.
Lester. Yeah, he's got a hit. Okay.
Like,
Joey
who pitched
Votto
in the
is
third
in-
inning for you?
Basic non. What?
Who
In the
pitched-
third.
Oh,
Verlander.
Verlander.
Joey Votto is a basic non. He will single to shallow center. It is in the outfield, so no infield rob chances as Joey Votto steps up. No, not the first single of the game. The first single for Leo today, though, is Buster Posey now, as he's got nobody out and a runner on. 2, he's got a hit, back-to-back hits, and this could tie this game up. As Posey doubles.
2. Score, don't score.
Deep left, that won't score him.
Okay.
So Buster Posey with a no-out double and now 2 runners in scoring position, second and third, and we're heading back to the top of the lineup as Mookie Betts comes up for his second at-bat today.
This is the bottom of the third.
Yeah, he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. All right, Mookie Betts. He's out.
Let's go. Finally.
Is Lester's just the 1K, right?
No, he's 1-2.
Henry, will you have that stat?
Oh, John Lester?
Yeah.
He's a 1K.
He's a
No,
1K?
I thought he was 1-2.
He's not really. Okay, Mookie Betts flies out to shallow center. That won't advance. All right, Mookie Betts won't be able to bring him in. He's probably done for the day. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out. Now Cano, though, with just 1 out. He doubled in the first. He's out as well. He'll strike out. And John Lester looks like he's going to get out of this as now young Carlos Stanton up to the plate, Leo's leading MVP candidate. With 2 runners in scoring position and 2 men out. He's out. He flies out, and that's the inning. Flies out to center field as John Lester gets out of it. 2 hits early on, but Leo can't score, and we're halfway through this ball game. Leo yet to get on the board. It's 1-0 as this FLB All-Star Game has been one-sided. Pitching dominating when we come back.
Henry, can you check the chat?
All right, I'll be checking the chat now.
Attention now in right field for Mookie Betts, Bryce Harper.
All right, chat. Nothing really being said that's very important. Oh yeah, someone should pull out the missing ball trick, but we should incorporate that into FLB, but we haven't yet.
Oh, the hidden goal trick?
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Oh, yeah. But
All right. So Mookie Betts comes out of the game. Bryce Harper in right field now, and there's gonna be a pitching change from Verlander. It's just miserable last inning, as Josh Hader comes out of the pen, and Leo is going to his relieving team. As to start the fourth, Josh Hader on the mound.
okay.
All right, Leo's down 1-0. Wants to do some damage control so his offense can get this game back on track.
Here's Tendy. Benintendi. He's got a hit. He's basic standard. He will single.
All right, Benintendi as Hader is going to wait. What did you roll? A 1 for the hit?
Yeah.
Okay. Hader will hold it. Where's it to? Hader will hold it to just the
left
signal to deep right.
Deep left.
No.
No, right.
That's right.
Here is Ortiz. He's out.
Or he's out.
No.
Strikeout.
Strikeout.
Hader, king of K's, will get his first today. Runner on first now with 1 out.
Pujols.
Who holds?
That's
3.
Well, no. That's
He's
out.
out. He's out.
Hello.
This one is a
Pop out.
Up out to the catcher. So 2 down now as Hader's looking to get out of it.
And now it's JT Real
He
Muto.
scored the only run in this game. But won't bring home another as Hader.
With a pop
Another
out.
pop out. This one to first. 1 hit, no runs. We head to the bottom of the fourth as Lucas continues to put pressure on Leo, but you have to bring in another. We'll be back in a moment here in the FLB.
Oh yeah, now pitching for me, Chris Sale.
All right, Chris Sale makes his first appearance on the mound.
That's gonna be it for here.
What? Yeah, probably. Is this your fourth pitcher too?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've all over 4 innings. We've over 8 half innings. We've had 8 pitchers.
Okay, I'm gonna make some defensive substitutions. The worst outfielders. Wait. And now in right field, Charlie Blackman. And then now catching, Wilson Ramos. Oh, I just realized that I have pitchers. Both my catchers start with R's. And then, yeah, that's going to be all I'm going to do right now.
Wait, Ramos and Remoto?
Yeah, I'm going to switch those.
Okay.
And then Sales into the game.
All right. Ronald Acuna Jr. to get things started here in the 4th.
Okay, you can go.
All right. He's got a hit. So we're looking at on the board. Acuna's got a 30% chance of hitting a homer, but he'll only single. He singles to deep left. Leadoff single for Acuna here in the 4th. He's got a good stolen base percentage.
Oh, come on. I could have stolen Benintendi.
All right, let me see. Take a minute to make this decision. All right, I'm going to attempt to steal. Ronald Acuna, what's his stealing percentage there?
Ronald Acuna Jr. Well, I don't have a computer.
We can check if it's
If it's close.
Okay. 10, it's not going to be. Acuna steals second easily. As Ichiro Suzuki will come up to the plate with the runner in scoring position. Here's Suzuki. He's out. To who's pitching? Sale, right?
Yes.
Struck out. Sale will strike out Suzuki. He's 0 for 2 now. The ground out and a strikeout. You have to put anything into the outfield or into the air. Lindor now with 1 out and 1 on. He's out as well as he strikes out. Back-to-back Ks. A Sale after the leadoff single and stolen base is pitching perfection. Is Alex Bregman trying to save the inning? He's out, and Sale will get out of it. He won't strike out the final one. They ground out to the catcher. All right, well, that's the 4th. 1 hit, no runs, as Leo still can't score anyone. We're heading into the final 2 innings. He's down 1-0 in this low-scoring thriller of the All-Star Game. It's a game that's moving fast.
Very quick. Very fast. And you should check the chat after every whole inning.
Okay. All right, chat. New chat. We've got.
All right, attention. Now in center field for Ichiro Suzuki, George Springer.
All right. I don't really see. The 10th man. That's funny. Don't diss us. FLB would be nothing without the spectators. It would be nothing with without the spectators. Thank you so much for watching this live chat.
All right, and then now at third base for Alex Bregman, Jose Ramirez. So, and then finally now pitching for Josh Hader, Nick Anderson. Anderson, Lucas's reliever, who he recently traded to Leo as part of the Chris Sale trade. Is Anderson coming in here in the top of the 5th? Anything else? All right, that's it. So Nick Anderson in the game now.
Okay, so leading off, pinch hitting for Trey Turner, Jonathan VR. He's going to lead off this inning. So, here's the pitch. He's out.
He strikes out. Nick Anderson strikes out the first batter. Give me a second.
Yeah, that's correct. And now, pinch hitting for Altuve is going to be Jeff McNeil.
All right, yeah. So Anderson will strike out VR, and Lucas will pinch hit his second straight batter.
For, wrong person. So, McNeil. Here he comes.
Out
He's
as well.
out.
Anderson strikes out
Strikes
another one.
back-to-back strikeouts.
He's looking to record the first 1-2-3 inning of the game.
And pinch hitting for. Oh, do I want to pinch hit? Actually, I'll take that defensively. But Nolan Arenado.
He's out. And a 1-2-3 for Anderson. That's a pop out.
To pitcher.
The pitcher. No hits, no runs as Anderson strikes out 2 and forces the third to pop out. And I could see him pitching into the 6th. The first pitcher for Leo. Multiple innings. We'll be back in a moment here in the bottom of the 5th as Leo needs to score sometime. He's still down 1-0 late in this game.
Pitching, now pitching. I'm going to go with Doolittle.
John Doolittle in the game here in the 5th. Lucas puts his 5th pitcher in 5 innings. Leo's got the same thing going.
So one inning. Striking. Yeah. Okay, you can roll on. When you're ready.
All right. Joey Votto. Out. Who's pitching? Doolittle?
Yeah.
Okay, he flies out to center. So Votto's now 1 for 2 with a single. Now Buster Posey, who doubled his last time.
Oh, wait. I got to make a defensive substitution. This won't really affect anything, but I'm going to put in Manny Machado at third base. Okay, Manny Machado's now at third base.
Manny Machado's now at third base. Okay, 1 out for Buster Posey. Posey's got a hit. No, wait. Yeah, Doodle's 283. He's got a hit. Posey. Basic non-single. Shallow center. Infield. Second base. Who's your second baseman?
At the moment, it is McNeil.
Right. You're probably going for the
No, he doesn't. He
has a negative 4? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Buster Posey. The 1 out single. And now, who's in for bat? It's Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper in his first at bat. One on and 1 out. Harper's out. He can't provide any magic for Leo, as he will pop out to first.
So Posey
And
popped
now-
out to first.
What? Posey popped out to first. Harper popped out to first. And now...
Wait, he switched in for bats?
Yes, but he already switched it minutes ago. And now Robinson Cano here in the bottom of the 5th inning with 2 outs and a runner on first. This could be Leo's last chance to score. He's got a hit. And he could give Leo a lead with 1 swing of the bat. 7, 2, 5, doubles, right? Alright, he doubles 2 deep right. That'll score a run, and we are
I'm gonna
tied.
try from the amazing throw.
Amazing throw to keep him at second and third. Deep right. Who's in right field for you?
Oh, come on.
Who is it?
Harper. Now it's Blackman.
All right, and we are tied.
No.
Let's go.
No.
As I said, he could take a lead with 1 swing of the bat. He can tie it up with 1 swing of the bat too. As Robinson Cano drives 1 to deep right field, and we are tied just like that.
And
An
now
RBI.
in the bullpen, Craig Kimbrell.
An RBI double from Robinson Cano, and here in the bottom of the 5th,
Wait,
we are
I put
tied.
Kimbrell in the bullpen.
And this game just got interesting. Now young Carlos Now
Actually-
George Springer with a runner.
Actually, no, I'm going to put Woodruff and Nola in the bullpen. I'm going to save Kimbrell for later.
Okay, Woodruff and Nolan in the bullpen. Okay, now George Springer with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. This is his first at bat of the game as he's sorry. I'm messing this up. Sorry. Okay, now young Carlos Stanton, but I'm going to pinch hit somebody for him.
Not Springer.
What? No, Springer's in center field for Ichiro Suzuki. Sorry, I thought Stanton was in the outfield. I'm going to pinch hit Ketel Marte. Tension pinch hitting for young Carlos Stanton. Ketel Marte. So Marte will fall into the DH position, and he will bat. Sorry, it took so long to figure out. He will bat for. He will bat with Robinson Cano on second and 2 outs there in the 5th. Marte 3.
That's
Who's
out.
pitching?
And
Doolittle 3. Yeah, he's out. So he will pop out to the catcher. That's the end of the inning, but the damage has been done. 2 hits, 1 run. A little bit of confusion for Leo on who's batting, but he ties it up in the 5th. And we head to the 6th inning. We're tied 1-1 here in the Season 4 FLB All-Star Game.
All right, here I come, as Hillary said, swooping in. Bob Woodruff coming in. It's Brandon Woodruff, I think. Score sometime. Yeah, this is a low-scoring game. It's been going really quickly. Kind of sorry about that. Look forward to a whole bunch of pass balls. It's funny, Chris. Right, they're using players from the Rivs. I don't know what that is. All right.
All right.
Should I know?
What? Yeah, it's a subject. All right. Nick Anderson's gonna stay out for the 6th inning. He went the 5th to pitch Leo's first 1-2-3, and he'll stay for the 6th, trying to give Leo an opportunity to walk it off in the bottom of the 6th. The first pitcher for Leo to go multiple innings. Lucas is yet to have one to do that. All right, let me say, I might want to make some defensive substitutions. So,
I don't want to make any. I'm gonna leave him in. And then, yeah, I can burn him in. Okay, I've got my inning plan. So those two like that.
Okay, no, I don't want to make any defensive substitutions. All right.
Okay, so now up is Mikey Trout.
Mikey Trout, as Lucas says.
Whoops.
Doesn't count.
I know, I dropped it.
He's got a
He's
hit.
got a hit.
Nick Anderson not off to a good start. It's Mike Trout, basic standard, best player MLB has seen in a long time. Best player MLB has seen in a long time. He will only single to.
Wait, single two?
Trout's an 85 SP percent.
Single
just
to-
FYI.
Right. 85?
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal him then.
Anyway, wait a second. So he'll single to deep right, and he's going to attempt to steal. Trout.
Oh!
Let's go! A rare thing in MLB, but Mike Trout is caught stealing at second, so he'll single, but yeah, out pretty quickly. We won't see a runner at second or first, as there's 1 out now. Nick Anderson
That's tough.
throws to
Yeah, it really
Posey,
is.
who guns him down at second.
Here's Charlie Blackmon getting his first at-bat of the night.
Charlie Blackmon, 5. He's out.
Come on.
It's going to be the second as Anderson strikes him out.
And Benintendi now coming to the plate.
He's got a hit.
No, not
Oh,
necessarily.
wait. 8.
Oh, come on.
Or
Okay,
he's out.
3 roll.
No, his batting average is 281, right?
No.
Yeah,
What
it's
is that?
282.
282?
That's
Yeah,
out.
he's out.
Come on.
Oh,
He's out. He pops it. No, that's a fly out.
that Trout
Flies
pot
to
was
shallow right. All right, that's no. Is that? Yeah, it's the inning. 1 hit, no run. So Trout. Trout singles, but he's caught stealing. And Nick Anderson takes care of business after that. A strikeout and a pop out. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. And if Leo doesn't walk this one off, we're gonna see extra innings in the All-Star game for the first time ever. Henry, why don't you just put in the chat?
extras at the All-Stars ?
Okay. Let's see. All right, Ronald Acuna Jr. will bat to start off the 6th. Doolittle still in the game.
No, I'm putting in Kimbrel. Thanks for reminding me.
All right.
Actually, yeah, I'm not putting Kimbrel.
Craig Kimbrel in the game, the 191 ERA.
Kimbrel. Do I want it? Wait.
That counts still.
Yeah, okay. Who's it? Who was it?
It's
Acuna.
Ronald Acuna
This
Jr.
could be a walk-off.
This could be a walk-off. Acuna, as I said earlier, 30%. Home run percentage. So 1-8. That's a hit.
Wait, didn't you already roll for the 1?
I rolled a 1
Yeah.
and then I rolled an 8 because Kimbrel's 190. So
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought that was
Anyway.
home run.
No, but that's not a home run.
Yeah,
It's
that's
5,
what
6, 7.
that's what
All right,
5, 6, or 7, and game is over.
2 and it's a single.
This
Acuna
is-
singles to deep right field. And Leo's going to try to steal him again. Hopes he doesn't fall the way of Mike Trout. He is a 79%, I think.
Oh, yeah.
10. He steals easily as Ronald Acuna Jr. picks up his second stolen base of the season. Now it's Shiro Suzuki with a runner. It's George Springer with a runner ensuring his first at bat. He's the third player to bat this game that did not start. Leo has put in 3 players in the defensive end and also pinch hit Giancarlo Stanton. So he's the third, and then Alex Bregman is going to be done if he comes up again.
Runner on second.
George Springer here, the runner on second, and nobody out in the 6th. He's got it.
No!
Not necessarily. 7. He's got a hit. The runner is scoring, and even a single could end this ball game. 7, 1 through. Wait, let's see.
That's a double.
1. He's basic center, right? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 is double. Okay,
Amazing.
it's a double to shallow left field. So that was for him. You can try the amazing throw though if you want. Who's in left? Is he negative?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go, and that's the ball game. A walk-off as George Springer batting for Shiro Suzuki knocks one into left field. Rounds first, heads to second, and Ronald Acuna comes in to score as Leo wins the FLB All-Star Game.
A thriller.
I think that's the fight. That's
2-1.
the lowest all-scoring All-Star game.
He wins 2-1.
But it's one of the best.
He has had
All-Star
back-to-back games with walk-offs, counting this one. He walked off today. His last game of the first half, he walked off Henry. So back-to-back games with walk-offs as he wins 2-1. He was down 1-0 going into the bottom of the 5th, but he scored in that one and scored again in the 6th to win this game. And George Springer, even though he only has 1 bat already, a decent runner for All-Star
It's
Game
a walk-off
MVP. We will conclude this broadcast and pass it over to Henry for the post-game show. And after that, we'll crown the FLB All-Star Game MVP. In a minute, we'll thank you for watching. But for now, just revel in Leo's joy. All right, let's see.
I think that was the lowest, but one of the better scoring.
Walk-off All-Star game? That's impressive.
Let's see.
Especially because Leo got all his runs late.
Yeah, he did. One in the 5th and one in the 6th.
2 hits, 1 run.
Wait, how many hits did you get?
Me, I'm going to tell you that. 8 hits, 2 runs.
How many hits did I get? Yeah,
How many hits did you get? I will tell you in a minute. You had 1 run over 5 hits. All right. All right, the scorecard has been completed. George Springer walks it off. Leo wins in the 6th, scores 2 runs in his final.
We will be back.
Wait, give me a minute. He scores 2 runs in his final 2 slots to win the game, 2-1. Great FLB All-Star Game. In a minute, we're going to hand it off to Henry for the post-game show. But first, the FLB All-Star Game win goes to nobody. There's no win.
The win is who pitched in the 6th.
Nick Anderson. The win goes to Nick Anderson, who pitched in the 5th and the 6th inning. Only pitcher on Leo's team
The
to go
loss
to
goes to
The
Kimbrel.
loss goes to Craig Kimbrel, Leo's closer, actually. And there is no save because he walked it off in the 6th. The win, Nick Anderson, loss, Craig Kimbrel. Will come back in a minute with the All-Star Game MVP. But for now, we'll hand it off to Henry, who will do the FLB All-Star Game post-game show. Thank you for watching. This production of FLB cannot be rebroadcasted without the express written consent of the FLB. Thanks for watching, and here's Henry with the post-game
we'll be
show.
back with the FLB MVP.
All right, well, I am back. This was a very, very, very short FLB game. And it wasn't just like what we said, 1 to 3. It was going to take 2 hours, but that's ridiculous. It's actually usually about an hour and a half for an FLB game. But this one was surprisingly quick. A low scoring. Guys, can you quiet down? A low scoring one today. Dad, you said it's looking like that's what it's going to be an extra innings, but not quite. Do they win a truck? No, I don't even know what you're talking about. All right, so for the post-game show, the first thing I'm going to do is give a little bit of a game highlight, an overview, because some of you might have just been joining, and I want you guys to all kind of know what was going on. All right, so first, Syndergaard pitches to start for Leo. He lets in a double. Jacob deGrom also lets in a double, so kind of identical first innings. The first runs came in when Lucas had a nice inning, I think in the third, where Jose Altuve and Mike Trout put together a run. He could have possibly scored two, but he didn't quite. So he takes a 1-0 lead. And then in the fifth, Leo scores. Lucas almost gets a runner on second for Mike Trout, but instead, he's going to hand it over to Leo, who walks it off, obviously, in the sixth inning. A great all-star game for FLB. All right, so we're going to hold off for the post-game interviews after a little while. But also, another thing that happened today in FLB All-Star Monday, we also did the home run derby. So in the home run derby, the 2 players who have hit 3 home runs so far in the 8 games of this FLB season are the 2 Mookie Bettses. One Mookie Betts on my team, one Mookie Betts on Leo's. Both of them, though, were taken out in the first round by Robinson Cano and Cody Bellinger. So in the end, Robinson Cano won the FLB All-Star Game. He finished with 8 FLB home run derby. He finished with 8 home runs. We do 10 attempts for a home run per round. So he finished with 8 after 30 attempts. Second place was Francisco Lindor, who lost in the finals. He had 7 home runs in his 30 attempts. And third was Andrew Benintendi, who lost in the semis. And in the tiebreaker, he got third place because he had 5 home runs, which was more than anyone else. All right, so that was the champion of this season. And then here's what you might want to be looking out for in the rest of the FLB season. We might be broadcasting more games live. We might be doing things like that. But definitely, look out for these things. Max Scherzer and Noah Syndergaard have practically identical statistics so far in this FLB season. They both have 0.8 ERAs, along with less than 1 whips. They've both been playing fantastically, so definitely watch out for that race. Mookie Betts, he has 3 home runs and a .517 average. That's my Mookie Betts, so he's an MVP candidate. Other ones are Giancarlo Stanton, the other Mookie Betts, the one on Leo's staff. And also Noah Syndergaard or Max Scherzer, the 2 pitchers who are looking for Cy Young. Maybe one of them will win it all, will win the MVP. Leo and Lucas are tied for the best record in the FLB. 5-3 are both of them. We're halfway through the 16-game season, and in the playoffs, those are the 2 teams to be looking out for. I'm only 2-6, having a tough year, but I could make a comeback in the second half, possibly grab the second or maybe even first seed. Everyone get ready. All right, I'm going to go ask my brother Leo and my friend Lucas if they are done choosing the MVP. What's coming up is interviews of both of the players on this FLB All-Star Game and the crowning of the MVP. I'll be back in a few. Hey guys, you ready?
Yes, perfect time. We've got the All-Star Game.
All right, hello. First, we're going to interview.
All
right, first we're going to name the All-Star MVP.
All right. The Season 4 FLB All-Star Game MVP is George Springer, who went 1 for 1 with an RBI walk-off double. I know he only had 1 at bat, but he single-handedly won the game for Leo, and he completely deserves this All-Star Game MVP.
And the All-Star Game runner-up is Robinson Cano. He went 2 for 2. 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. He did strike out. He tied the game up in the 5th inning. He had 2 doubles. He was just like he was great the entire game.
All right, congratulations to Robinson Cano.
You win a truck!
All right, well, we'll be back in a moment as Henry will continue with the All-Star Game postgame show.
So all we've got left is interviews with both. We're going to start with Lucas this time because Leo went first in the pregame interviews.
Hi again.
All right. Hi, Lucas. Let me just kind of get myself set up. Your first question. How important was Trout's double? Like, that was a big part.
Yeah, that was a huge double. It was a go-ahead RBI double. So if I didn't get that, I probably wouldn't have gotten the lead. And it was just like a huge hit late in the game, or early in the game, I should say, because it was like the 3rd inning when that happened. So Trout just came in the clutch, 2 for 3 in that game. But I think that double was probably the biggest hit.
All right. Now, think about it. You lost by 1. If the runner on first had came in with that double, which he could have if it was to deep right or deep center, maybe even deep left.
Wait, what?
If you had 2 runners on, first and second, when that double came in, you could have possibly scored 2 if whoever was on first ran a little bit faster. Then we would be in extra innings right now. Are you kind of upset about that?
Yeah.
Or do you want to blame that on something else?
Well, I kind of want to blame it on Trout for getting caught stealing in the 6th inning.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But that was kind of the worst part of the game, and I feel like that if he'd gotten on base, it would have given a chance for Cruz, because it would have pinched hit Ortiz for Cruz, and then he might have been able to drive him home or even take the lead.
Definitely, that was a missed opportunity. Okay, so your pitching was phenomenal for the first 4 innings of this game. You were looking very in control. I mean, if your offense had been able to get going a little bit more, you could have had a comfortable lead. You only scored 1, though. But then it just collapsed. In the 5th and 6th, your pitching was kind of horrendous. Is that why you lost, or are you going to blame it on your offense for only scoring 1 run?
Kind of both. But it's Sean Doolittle. I thought I could trust him, but in the 6th inning, but I don't feel like
maybe you should have drafted a Jolis and used him.
No, I don't draft Yankees. That's a Red Sox fan.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, maybe he could have done everything for you.
And then I tried to play Kimbrel, but I guess those 1 ERA pitches don't work. Seriously, a couple years ago when I had Hader, literally every start he would let in like 2 or 3 hits.
What happened in the bottom of the 5th? Like, do you kind of know what was going on?
It was not the 6th, the 5th.
Yeah, and the 6th, kind of both.
Well, both of the innings, like, I was trying to just pitch well, hoping for the best, but, like, he got runners on first and stole, I think, both times, or might have gotten a double. And he just, like, got doubles, which are huge hits. I feel like they're the second best hit that you can have, because I feel like doubles, you get a runner in scoring position, pretty much a hit can walk it off or win it.
All right. Okay, so now back to what we were talking about. How upset are you about Trap getting caught stealing? You know, that was a really tough game.
Yeah, that's
85% SP. That might be the best stolen base percentage in this entire
one of the
league.
best.
So Byron Buxton is 88.
Okay, Byron Buxton is 88, but one of the best stolen base percentages in the league. And you had to roll a 9. You know, everything would have changed if he was in scoring position.
Yeah, it would have brought it up.
Because if you think about it, even if you say, well, you got out back to back, there would have still been an out to spare if Trout wasn't out. He'd be on second base. You know, a hit might be enough.
And it's also just the fact that my offense didn't do the greatest job at playing. So I thought, like, well, it's probably not going to do well anyway. So.
All right. Thank you so much for your
You're
time.
welcome.
Tough loss, Lucas.
Yep.
But it's just the All-Star game. All right, Leo, I'll call you in for your interview.
Hey, Henry.
All right. How upsetting was Verlander's collapse? And then, obviously, you had to...
Sorry.
Sorry about that. How upsetting was... so, obviously, you win this game. But if you think about it, things were not going your way at the beginning. How upsetting was Verlander's collapse? But then after that, you had 2 innings where you got runners on with not many outs. And Lester and, I think... Lester and Sale both got out of serious jams, in the third and fourth, you could have really done damage and had a nice, comfortable lead. When that was going on, you didn't know you were going to win this game, and stuff looked bad for you. How disappointing was Verlander's collapse and then those 2 innings?
Well, I feel like things were going great for me already, but at least it was tied 0-0. I was still as much in this game as anyone else. But then when Verlander had that collapse, it was just not good because it wasn't that bad. He just let in a couple hits, but like he let in a walk, then a hit, and then Trout's double. It was just
felt like more.
Yeah, it felt like the game had just been ripped wide open. And since there had just been so little scoring through the whole game, it just felt like it was the lead wasn't won, it was 20. But I think it was promising for me to get those runners on. In the third, I had second and third with nobody out. In the fourth, I had runner on second with nobody out. So it was promising to get those runners on. Obviously, it was disappointing that they didn't score, but I know it was a step in the right direction.
All right. Good attitude towards that. Why couldn't you get your offense going at the beginning of this game?
Well, I wasn't having much trouble getting it going. I got a lot of hits. The first inning, Cano knocked in a double. In the second inning, actually in the second inning, nothing happened. But in the third inning, as you said, second and third, nobody out. The fourth inning, runner on second, nobody out. I was getting the runners on. I just couldn't bring them home. I think the lack of a clutch presence on this team hurt me. I mean, Ishiro Suzuki had that walk-off in my last game in the first half, but he went 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout. So I think none of my players were playing in that position to knock in those runs. I couldn't really count on any of them, but George Springer, it turned out to be the answer. I pinch hit him, and he came up and walked it off for me.
All right, so you had 2 really big plays in the 5th and 6th inning between Cano's game-tying RBI and Springer's walk-off RBI. I mean, those two hits were just phenomenal. Those were really, really, really big and important. Your team, as you were just saying, couldn't get the RBIs. They didn't feel clutch. They didn't feel like game ready. They could get on base every once in a while, but that was never going to amount to anything. Because if you think about it, you can get on base once every inning, and that's a pretty good team if you're getting on base once an inning. But, if that's all you're doing, you don't do anything else, it doesn't really matter. But then in the 5th and 6th, what happened? What happened to your team? Because then obviously they were in game mode. Springer and Cano were like, okay, there's runners on base. I got to get a hit. I got to bring them home. You were in a really tough position, not a lot of time left, looking like you were going to lose this game. And then you just completely stepped it up.
Yeah, I think at the beginning of this game, there just wasn't a sense of urgency. But by the time I got to the bottom of the 5th inning, down 1-0, it really felt like I didn't have a good chance to win this game. But I felt like the 5th inning started off like any other inning. Buster Posey hit a single. That seemed like how all my innings were starting. I would get with 1 out, with no outs. I would get a hit. Usually it's not a hit, a single or a double. And then I just wouldn't find a way to get them in. I would get them to third base, but I wouldn't find a way to get them in. But Robinson Cano stepped up, hit his second double of the game. This one scored a run, and I felt like that was kind of the turning point. Once it did that, I felt like I could win that game, and George Springer proved that point.
Would you say that if Trout hadn't been caught stealing and there was an extra out and they had a runner on scoring position, you would be sitting here with this interview hanging with your would you be in extra innings, or you would be with a loss?
No, I don't think so. I think I still would have won that game. Even with the runner on second, even if the runner on scoring, 2 outs is a hard thing to come out from. All I needed to pitch was one good pitch that got him to ground out, to fly out, to strike out. All I needed was just 1 at bat to get my way. And as I said, most players don't even have a 70% chance. Most players have more than a 70% chance of getting out. So I felt like I had a good chance of finishing that, even if Trout had made it to second.
Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on your win. No home runs this year in the All-Star Game. Weird one, but a thriller. We want to thank you so much for watching the post-game, pre-game, and mid-game. I know this was a quick broadcast, but thank you. Lucas, what do you want to say?
No.
All right. I think we can go home, except if there's any, really big chats that someone asked. I was going to ask about the Derby. Good.
Did you talk about the Derby?
Yeah, I did. This is so awesome. Yes, it is. Mike Trout getting cussings like Heinz ketchup turning point of the game. Yes. What's the Dunkin' Donuts temperature today? I don't know. Quality entertainment. Yeah. When is the next game? I don't know. Well, we play games all the time. Sometimes we don't live stream them though.
Normally.
If you like this, if you really, really like this, you can like comment on our videos and say things like, do this more often, and then we can. So if you like this, make sure to talk.
We can probably do some postseason.
I've already got 2 likes and 6 people viewed this. That's awesome.
All right, thank you for watching. You can view this video anytime on our channel.
Yeah,
You don't
on
need
our
to watch
YouTube
it live. Yeah, as Henry said, if you want to see more of these, just let us know. So thank you so much for watching, and get ready for the next FLB live stream. Bye.
Bye. You just clicked.